you're potentially just being stupid, and I know that's going to piss some people off, but I think this is a very important topic, especially for martial artists. You're not proving to anyone that you're better or stronger or more committed to your sport than anyone else. It's also very much a psychological issue. Like you do need to manage the psychological side of things. So, training when you're injured. I think this is a very important topic, especially for martial artists, because at one point or another, you will most likely get injured. And it's just the sport is what we're signing up to, and you can't always avoid it. It's just what happens. But if you know what to do when that happens, then that's going to remove a lot of unnecessary stress, because you're already going to be stressed from the injury itself, so don't want to make it worse. Obviously, every person is different, every case is different, every injury is different. You can't treat all of them the same way, and some people at some point will need surgery, others won't. I don't think it's an easy topic to talk about, but I think the most important thing is that health comes first, and by training when you're injured, you're not proving to anyone that you're better or stronger or more committed to your sport than anyone else. You're potentially just being stupid, and I know that's going to piss some people off, but it is the truth. So anyway, you get injured, something happens, you go to the doctor, hospital, whatever it is, and you get advised you need to stay off the mats for however many weeks, right? Some people might recover faster, others might take longer. Again, it depends on the type of injury. But something very important I've actually learned through going through the process myself is that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It doesn't have to be all black and white. Just because you can't be on the mats and do what you would normally do, it doesn't mean you have to disappear completely. It doesn't mean you have to neglect your strength training. It doesn't mean you can't move at all. So it's very important that you put a plan in place and then you do what you can do. If, for example, I broke my toe a couple months ago, right? And the first few days, it wasn't very nice and I couldn't really walk. So no, I'm not going to be doing judo, and no, I'm not going to be in the gym because walking around the house already was tough. But after a few days and being careful, obviously, I could walk better. I was still limping, but that was not stopping me from doing strength training, especially upper body. I was absolutely fine to do that. So I got back to it because that's just my routine. That's what I do. I don't need to stop my whole life just because of that one injury. I actually did go to judo one day and I didn't do any randori, I didn't fight, but I was helping lower belts. I was still trying to learn a technique. I was still trying to improve my knowledge, and there were still things that I could do. I just couldn't go all in, basically. And that's something that at some point you also need to assess yourself and see what your body is asking you to do. Now it's been just over 2 months and I am feeling a lot better. I know that my toe is not fully recovered because it's still like, if I bend it like that, it still hurts. But when it comes to training, if I tape my toe, it's absolutely fine because it's not bending, it's just straight. And that is something that I can do absolutely fine. I can do techniques, I can do literally everything without a single problem. So you do need to reassess, and it's also very much a psychological issue. Like you do need to manage the psychological side of things because you're so used to your routine and training and doing your sport that when you're forced to stop doing that, it really messes with your head. And that's something we can't forget about. We also need to deal with that side of things the same way we deal with the physical side of things. But the key thing you need to remember here is we're trying to find a solution for every problem, not the other way around. So if you can't be on the mats because of an injury, do your strength training. If you can be on the mats but not do as much as you would want to, you can still go there and participate in other ways. You don't have to disappear. It doesn't have to be black or white. You don't have to be bedbound, essentially, unless you literally physically have to be. Again, depends on the type of injury. But most of minor injuries, you can still crack on with your life. You just have to make small adjustments to not make it worse and allow it to heal and recover. If you found this interesting, or if you've been injured yourself and that's something you want to talk about, just shoot me a message and I'll be more than happy to chat. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Catch you later.